Here's Robinson looking like a guard, but had it knocked away from behind. I think it was Carrie Shields who got a hand on it.
Got to get the ball to your point guard. Big guys should not be bringing the ball up court.
Here is Carrie Shields out front. Has Sam Greenfield on her. Backs Greenfield in. Gives up on the wing here for Conley. And now long three on the way. Aired it out, did Shields. It's out of bounds.
Little frustration here on the Carroll part. Shooting from a little too far out that time is Shields. She's a good shooter, but they got to wait for the rotation, bring the ball back, reverse the ball, and then she steps in. She should be right on that line, not 4 feet behind the line.
Down 11-7. They're going to get some half-court trap here. Now the defense tightens, but nice backdoor cut, and they have a traveling on the drive by Alyssa Parsons. Parsons had a reverse layup all lined up, but she traveled.
Lisa Strack made a really nice decision that time, holding the ball until the backdoor cut was there.
Take a look.
Running start, good call.
Laura Karen just checked in for Archbishop Wood. Carroll with the basketball. Here's Conley on the drive and a blocking foul on the baseline.
Interesting story over at Archbishop Wood this year is Jim Ritchie, who is coaching today. He became the official head coach of this team 1 game into the season as Liz Bernstein, the coach of the team for the last couple of years, decided to take a leave of absence for personal reasons, and he was thrown into the head coaching job mix real quick, and here he is in the championship game.
Had great success on the drive, short jumper, that won't go for Kelly. Good rebound though, and here's another drive on the way, no good by Pearson. And Wood continues to dominate the glass.
Nice rebound by Greenfield.
Kelly gives up here for Pelcher. They'll reset it with Laura Karen out front, but a good steal and a foul. Look out. You hate to see a player hit from behind. Carrie Shields hit the deck hard, but it looks like she's okay.
Yeah, Shields a tough player. Got a little banged up from behind right there. I think she was scared when she bumped her head there, but she's okay. Let's take a look at it on the replay here. Shields coming. Oh, she did take a nice plunge that time on the hit there by Greenfield. Totally unintentional.
11-7 our score with 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. Here's Shields, spins away, gives up for Pearson. Out front for Kelly. Kelly dumps it down low. Turn around, off glass, won't go for Cole. And Wood has the rebound.
Cole's considered Division I prospect, just a sophomore. That was a nice post-entry pass that she received. Nice post move, just wasn't able to convert.
4 seconds, it's got to go up, and this will count. If it's good, it's good! Laura Karen beats the buzzer to make it 14-7 as the first quarter comes to a close.
Well, Carroll made a mistake right there. They didn't get the closeout, and getting the open shot right there was Archbishop Wood.
Karen hits the jumper to end our first 8 minutes of play. 14-7 our score. Wood leads Carroll in the Philadelphia Girls Catholic League Championship game. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Palestra, ready for the start of the second quarter with Archbishop Wood leading Carroll 14-7. You take a look at the South standings in the Catholic League, and it was a pretty good year for Archbishop Carroll, but Carl O'Hara was right there with him along with Newman Goretti.
Well, they all split, Carroll, O'Hara, and Goretti. It's Archbishop Carroll was fortunate enough to win the coin flip at the end of the year, so they didn't have to play Newman Goretti in the first round. O'Hara beat Newman Goretti, but then they lost to Archbishop Wood in the second round. Carroll went on to win both of their playoff games rather easily, and they've made it here to the championship game. But it was really a three teams that were starring this year in Newman Goretti, the girls, Archbishop Carroll, and Cardinal O'Hara.
And Newman Goretti as a school had quite a year. Their boys went to the final and lost to Roman in the title game. 7:56 just underway. Start of the second quarter with a spin dribble. It is Gabby Capuzzi out front on the baseline drive here. Cole powers up. That's no good. Good rebound inside from Mershon, but couldn't hold on to it. And Wood comes away with it with Sam Greenfield.
Good play by Greenfield. Good control with the dribble.
Bounce pass inside for Robinson. 3 red shirts collapse on her. Jump ball, and he's got the arrow. It stays here for Archbishop Wood. Well, Ashley Robinson does draw a crowd.
I'll say 2 or 3 red shirts on her every time she gets the ball. They're very worried about her, Barry Kirsch and Mountain McGilvery. They don't want Wood to be able to pound the ball inside to her, but she has it right here.
And she scores, makes it look easy from down low on the block, does Ashley Robinson, the sophomore center at 6'2".
Well, another set play off at inbounds. We've seen a lot of that in the boys' games we've done this year on CN8, where a lot of teams are able to execute and get a basket. after an inbound play, and they ran a nice double stack play that time, freeing Ashley Robinson for a layup.
Wells gives up for Aaron Shields, no good, but the putback on the far side is good for Holly Mershon.
Good offensive rebound by Mershon. No closeout that time. Have to box out your man. Carroll with that full court pressure.
All of a sudden it's 16-9. Pullback jumper on the way, no good for Laura Karen. And it's going up the other way. So Carroll with the basketball, trailing 16-9. Mershon gives up on the wing. Wells throws it back out top where Capuzzi will set up the offense. Gabby Capuzzi with a handoff. Here is Lauren Wells, pulls up, jumper on the way, and it rolls home for Lauren Wells.
Great play by Lauren Wells as she was able to dribble out of that double pursuit, find herself at the foul line. She was able to come to a jump stop, put up a shot, and she made it.
Gonna get a foul call here as Robinson is held. The foul's gonna be on Holly Mershon, the sophomore.
First personal foul there on Mershon.
Taylor Peltzer checks in as Laura Karen will come out.
Karen also overcoming a knee injury in the game. We've got actually 4 different girls out there playing who've had some knee maladies. All of them are playing except for Tarnowski, the star of Archbishop Wood, unfortunately out for the year after having surgery.
Good post up by Strack, but left it a little short. And back comes Gabby Capuzzi. Now Wells in transition, gives up, jumper on the way, no good for Mershon, and the offside rebound is controlled by Alyssa Parsons. Parsons trying to go coast to coast, is tripped, lost it out of bounds. I think they're going to say last touch though by Archbishop Carroll.
A little out of control that time by Parsons. She thought she had numbers coming in a 2-on-1. Let's see where the collision comes. Oh, she was hit from behind. That's what happened. It was a nice back tap by Lauren Wells, number 15 of Carroll.
Good entry pass and a little bit short on the layup attempt for Robinson, and Carroll trying to get out in transition, but good defense from Parsons to come back, get a hand on it, and knock it out of bounds.
Great hustle. You cannot let the other team come down and fast break you. And you know Carroll's rotating, as you see, 5 in, 5 out, 5 in, 5 out. Their idea is eventually they're going to wear out Archbishop Wood using this defensive style and offensive style.
No one player on the Carroll roster logs more than about 19 minutes a game, no matter how good you are. Just the way they sub.
That's Shields with the ball right here.
Jumper on the way, and that is good for Conley.
Oh, excuse me, Conley.
So Conley nails the jumper. All of a sudden, we got a 3-point game, and you see that full court press defense put on here by Archbishop Carroll.
Full court man-to-man, but they can jump. They can double team if they want.
Greenfield works out front. Gets the pressure from Deanne Kelly. Almost a travel. So coming up for the steal is Carrie Shields.
They're letting the girls play.
Shields with a nice fake, gives up, long 3 on the way, no good for Conley. And a long rebound, controlled here by Strack, ahead of the field. Strack, left-hand layup, no good, but a foul. And she'll go to the line for a pair.
Who says girls basketball isn't physical? We've seen a bunch of collisions here earlier, a lot of girls going to the floor, and Strack's going to go to the line for 2. She knew the collision was coming. Give her credit, as she took it strong to the hole right here. She knew she was going to get hit. And you got to play it, you got to go up as strong as you can and take the contact.
Alex Leahy, the guilty party. Here is Strack at the line. He is now 1 for 2 this afternoon. As Alyssa Parsons will check in.
I'm a believer of the philosophy on those types of layup situations. It's much better to make the player earn it at the foul line than to concede a layup.
Robinson comes out as she is replaced by Jen Maxwell. Here's the second free throw for Lisa Strack. Rolls in and out, no good. Good box out on the block there by Alex Leahy, and the ball goes out of bounds. Carroll will have possession. Barry Kerr sees his team down 17-13. They started off slow, but they are back in it. 4:56 to play here in our first half in the Philadelphia Catholic League Championship at the Plus Strip. Inside pass is stolen away. Good effort by Taylor Peltzer to come up with a steal. Strack, guarded in the backcourt by Shields, makes a nice move, nice bounce pass from Strack, and almost a travel by Parsons. Didn't really have her feet set under her when she made the catch. Sam Greenfield trying to go backdoor for Parsons, but they'll set it out front once again. Greenfield looks to the bench. Now Gaz to play, gives up to Strack. Maxwell pops out, goes on the far side for Greenfield. Here is Taylor Peltzer down the lane. She traveled. Traveling's the call on Peltzer.
I like Archbishop Wood's set offense. They've got a few different motion offenses. They double stack high, double stack low, and they do get those cutters going to the basket. They are very good at executing and getting the open player cutting down the court. That time, however, there was a travel.
Turnovers almost even. Matter of fact, they are now, and that turnover is coming back the other way. Peltzer gives up in transition. They swing to the corner, and a jumper on the way here by Greenfield. No good. Nice rebound by Carrie Shields. Carroll in red, trailing 17-13 to Archbishop Wood in the Catholic League Championship game here at the Palestra. Megan Pearson spins back to the free throw line. Gives up for Shields. Three on the way. That's no good. And the offside rebound is controlled by Alyssa Parsons. But a nice play defensively by Conley to knock it out of bounds, but it stays Wood possession.
You see head coach Jim Ritchie talking to Parsons right there. You want to bounce pass there, or you want to beat your defender to the spot and keep going up court, or you want to get it into the center of the court. That's a dangerous pass she made right there.
They have a timeout in the second quarter, 3:25 to play. Archbishop Wood still with a 4-point advantage over Carroll. Welcome back here to the Palestra in the second quarter with 3:25 to play till halftime, with Archbishop Wood leading Archbishop Carroll 17-13 in this Catholic League Championship game. Take a look at the North standings and you'll see that Wood ran the table, Jeremy.
Yeah, they've been dominating the North in recent years. They had a great year this year, 12-0 in the league, 16-9. They played a tough national schedule. They played St. Elizabeth's and Ursuline Academy, two nationally ranked teams from Delaware. Lost a close one at home to Ursuline Academy and Elena Deladon. And their whole season was predicated on the fact that it was a junior and sophomore-laden team that would have a superstar in Rosie Tarnowski and a coach in Liz Bernstein. They ended up not having Coach Bernstein. They had this man right here, Jim Ritchie, who's done a great job. And they've done a great job without Tarnowski, building around the other players, going 16-9 and making it all the way to the title game.
Here they lead it by 4 with about 3.5 minutes to play in the first half. And Sam Greenfield spins away from pressure from Aaron Shields. But Greenfield keeps the dribble.
Carroll staying in the man-to-man defense, rotating 5 players. They've played 10 so far in the game.
Strack with a good spin dribble. Gives up here for Greenfield. Shields out on her. Bounce pass in the high post to Strack. Back to the basket. Capuzzi comes out on Strack. We're down to 2:53. And a handoff out front, and we have a timeout taken by Archbishop Wood.
Well, I think what happened right there, Jim Ritchie didn't like the fact that his players were standing around. They were running nice offensive motion sets before that particular set. It looked like all the players were standing around, and one of their big players had the basketball up top, Taylor Peltzer, and she was trying to get the ball handed off to a guard, and nobody was coming to her. I think Jim Ritchie wants a more active offense right here.
Well, I know you're enjoying today's Girls Catholic League Basketball Championship, but it doesn't get much better than the Alhambra tournament in Maryland. Some of the top Catholic League teams from the area compete. On the boys' side, you'll see teams like Roman and Newman, St. Joe Prep. They travel to take on the other top Catholic teams in the country, kind of like DeMatha, Towson Catholic. You'll see that March the 17th at 6:30 only on CN8.
Can't wait for that one either. That's going to be a great matchup. Lots of great teams down there.
On the inbound here, comes in the backcourt to Sam Greenfield. Nice crossover dribble. Goes down the lane, running one-hander, and it rolls off the iron. No good, but Greenfield fighting for her own rebound. But Carroll comes up with it. It's loose. On the floor goes Gabby Capuzzi. And jump ball, who's got the arrow? It points to Archbishop Carroll.
Tell you what, Carroll's known to be the aggressive, feisty team that's pressing and creating things all over the court, creating havoc. But Archbishop Wood's doing a nice job of putting some pressure on Archbishop Carroll as well. They should get some credit for that. That play was all predicated by Greenfield's hustle after missing the shot.
Absolutely. Warren Wells. Baseline jumper, fouled. She'll go to the line for a pair. Will Warren. Wells averaging about 6.2 a ball game. The 5'6" junior. The foul was on Parsons. That'll be her first personal foul.
That quick step with the left hand just beats her man a little bit. That's able to draw the foul. She looks like she's got some pretty good offensive game.
So Wells hits the first free throw.
Mountain McGilvery telling me he believes Lauren Wells will receive a Division I scholarship next year.
Wells makes the pair, a 61% free throw shooter, nailed them both, and it's a 2-point ball game all of a sudden.
Archbishop Carroll, these players have bought into Coach Kirsch's system. Everybody plays a lot, but you're not going to get the minute of a 25 to 30 minute like some of these Archbishop Wood girls are going to get. They bought into this system. They play hard as they can until they're whistled out of the game.
Megan Pearson gives up out front here for Mershon. Mershon spins in the paint, kicks it back for Cole. Cole's jumper from 15 is no good on the rebound for Peltzer. Peltzer with a nice outlet pass to Strack. Lisa Strack, bounce pass inside for Robinson. One dribble up strong off the iron, no good, and a good box out by Caitlin Cole, and it comes back quickly for Mershon. Mershon gives up. There's a three on the way, no good by Shields. Offside rebound, put back and a foul. Gotta like the effort from Caitlin Cole going after the loose ball and coming up with a foul.
Archbishop Carroll, they are relentless offense, defense, going up and down the court, trying to tire out the Wood players and the Wood starters. That time Ashley Robinson missed a golden opportunity to get a layup at one end. They came down on this end, and Robinson out of position, gets called for a foul right here.
First free throw for Cole rolls off, no good. Cole, a 66% free throw shooter.
Carroll has called itself back in the basketball game.
Archbishop Carroll down by 2. Second free throw, hit the front of the iron. Good box out, loose ball. Who's going to get it? It's tied up. And the arrow points to Wood. But what a good effort by Holly Mershon from Carroll to go on the deck and tie it up.
Was good effort. We're seeing a lot of great effort out there. For the first time today, Barry Kirsch is only bringing 2 players in. I believe Shields has just checked back in the game. So they do mix it up sometimes. It's not all 5 for 5.
Well, he says he's trying to find continuity, and it usually takes almost a half to do that. We're down to 1:35 to play in our first half. A 2-point ball game. Wood the lead and the basketball. Good double team in a corner, but Sam Greenfield has it. She'll reset the offense out front to Parsons.
Continuity and combinations. It's all about matchups. And you're right, the coaches will spend a half trying to figure out what's the best combination of players to go against this Archbishop Wood team.
Peltzer gives up to Greenfield. Strack is open, has it at the elbow. Nice pass, but actually threw it behind Robinson. Good idea, and almost to steal it midcourt. Somehow Parsons holds on to it. This shot is blocked by Pearson. And a loose ball picked up in the paint. I think we have a foul on the floor on the drive here by Greenfield, so let's just hold on.
What about Greenfield? Her ability to pick up loose balls here. She's got a great nose for the basketball. That's on Capuzzi for Archbishop Carroll.
So Capuzzi picks up her first. She comes out and is replaced by Lauren Conley. Also Parsons will take a seat. Booker checks back in. On the inbounds, knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Megan Pearson of Carroll. Good effort though.
Archbishop Carroll thought that last ball was tipped out of bounds off Wood, but Wood will have the ball, regain possession here on the side.
Peltzer to throw it in. Guarded by Mershon. Comes into Greenfield. Conley's all over her. Almost dribbled off her own foot. Now picks up, lost her dribble. Gives up to Peltzer. Down to 44 seconds as Archbishop Wood's going to try to hold for the final shot here in the first half. Robinson has it. Ooh. Fans wanted an elbow called. None whistled. Goes in the corner here. Trying to reset the offense is Strack with 27 on the clock. Greenfield thought about a 3.
Great job by Megan Pearson on Robinson in this game.
And a traveling violation as Greenfield shuffled with a basketball near the free throw line. Let's take a look. Was this an offensive foul or not?
Let's take a look. Yeah, probably.
I thought so. 17-15, and with a final basket here, Carroll could actually take a lead if they hit a 3 or tie it up with 8 seconds to go. On the drive. Bounce pass inside off a one knee. The shot no good by Mershon. The rebound picked up, thrown the length of the court. It'll be short, no good by Strack, and the first half has come to a close. What looked to be a runaway for Archbishop Wood right out of the gate has dissipated to just a 2-point lead at halftime. Good effort by Archbishop Carroll to come back in this ball game, and Wood at the break leads by the score of 17-15. We'll come back with halftime festivities in just a moment. It's halftime at the Palestra with Archbishop Wood leading Archbishop Carroll by 2, 17-15. Pleasure to be joined right now at halftime by Adam Buckner and Joe Setti, both from the Catholic League. Adam is the girls moderator, Joe the boys moderator, and I'll start with Adam first, ladies first. And Adam, I gotta tell you, I was really impressed at this very first half. It's been a real exciting year for Catholic League basketball, no doubt.
Yes, it has. It's been a great year, and we had two really tough defensive teams today playing. It's going to be a good one.
You know, the other thing I'm really watching here is that Wood jumps out to a big lead, but all of a sudden at halftime, it's just a 2-point ball game. So it shows you that the strength of schedule is good in the Catholic League, but also there's some parity there as well.
Yes, there is. There is, and I think Carroll's going to stick in it, and Wood's going to stick in it. It's going to go down. It's going to go down to the wire.
Well, talk about going down to the wire. We saw a great boys basketball game as Roman Catholic knocked off Newman Goretti. And Joe Setti, as a boys moderator, it doesn't get much better than that. You put two national teams on the floor, and boy, did they deliver.
Yeah, it was a great final for us. I mean, obviously, it was a game that nobody got a chance to see during the regular season, and to have that as a final for our season is really special for us.
Was that difficult for the Catholic League, knowing that you had two marquee teams that a lot of people couldn't see the two regular season games?
No, not really. It was something that had to be done, and we moved on, and I think it's great that we're back at the Palestra.
And the one that you bring up the Palestra, as now the boys and girls games are here once again. Adam, the excitement level of being in a building like this, I mean, can you put it into words?
You can. I mean, we're just excited to be back here, and we look forward to being back here in the future.
And the future definitely looks bright on the boys' side as well, Joe.
Yes, it does. I mean, it's something that we've really have tried to work to get back here, and now that we're here, we plan to stay for a while.
Adam Buckner, the girls moderator, and Joe Setti, the boys moderator from the Philadelphia Catholic League. Thanks for joining us here at halftime.
Good luck.
Enjoying the high school basketball action today at the Palestra, as once again we're at halftime. 17-15, Archbishop Wood leads Carroll in the championship game. Stay with us. Time to take some pictures and create memories here at halftime as Archbishop Wood leads Carroll in the Catholic League Championship game 17-15. Well, Jeremy Treatment, as I look at the way this first half unfolded, I was impressed. It was a 9-point differential. Wood jumped out to a big lead, and all of a sudden, you got Archbishop Carroll roaring back in the game.
Well, they're relentless with that pressure. They're rotating 5 at a time. You don't see too many teams do that. I haven't seen any team do that, boys or girls, all season long. And they slowly will wear you down. When you start hitting some outside shots like Carroll did towards the end of the second quarter, they can get back in it. But their defense was pretty good, even though Wood jumped out to the 11-2 lead. I mean, Wood's only got 17 points here at the half, so certainly Carroll's defense did just enough to keep them in the game.
Let's take a look at some of our first half highlights. And like we said, it was a quick start for Wood and also Taylor Peltzer.
Peltzer had a great start. She scored the first 5 points of the game. Here she hits a long 3 on the one end. And how about this little scoop shot here as she takes the basketball, attacks the basket. No one's on you, attack the basket. That's how you're coached. There's the results.
But Wood would answer, or rather, Carroll would answer with Lauren Conley.
Conley dialed home from long distance, nailing a couple big outside shots that helped bring them back into the contest. And Conley has 5 points here in the first half.
So right now, a 2-point ball game, and you take a look at the scoring, no player in double figures. Well, that's not necessarily an odd thing for Carroll. It might be for Wood.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised Wood, but that's because Robinson struggled. Robinson's your leading scorer, your probably top overall player. She's held to 2 points. She's had some opportunities inside, but Archbishop Carroll making the game quick, that disables them to get the basketball to Ashley Robinson. They need Robinson to have the ball to have a chance to win.
Once again, we're at halftime with Archbishop Wood leading by 2, 17-15 over Archbishop Carroll. We'll take a quick timeout and come right back to the Palestra for the start of the second half in just a moment. A blueprint for success. Take a look at our halftime stats and you'll see that the Vikings shooting 37%. And we heard so much about Archbishop Carroll hitting threes, but they only have one so far today, Jeremy.
Yeah, they've struggled from outside, 1 for 10. I think those numbers will definitely improve.